All right. So we have to understand that this whole idea of church is not a building, it's not an organization, it's none of those things. It's you as an individual. The church is you. The ecclesia. The called out. And then called into. What have you been called out from? Sin, this world, all those things. What are you called into? All those things. Do you see how if you just say called out, your answer is wrong? Called out for what? Right now, there's a million church people called out, have no idea they're supposed to go in. And then, watch everybody, once you get in, if I don't talk about what your responsibility to the kingdom is, then you are an incredible witness in this kingdom. In fact, you're unnecessary. Oh, I'm just saved. I'm glad I'm going to heaven. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Because he didn't save you to go to heaven. You could have stayed in heaven if that was the goal. What do I mean by that? Somebody tell me, what do I mean when I say you could have stayed in heaven? You didn't even have to come to earth. No. If the whole point was for you to go to heaven, he could have kept you in heaven. What do I mean by that statement? Say it again. So you weren't born when you was born? Huh? Right. But what do I mean when I say if it was about going to heaven, he could have left me in heaven? You didn't have to be birthed. Right. But why didn't I have to be birthed? Because you didn't do nothing in the earth. So was I born when I was born? The same question I'm asking him. No. So I was born before I was born. Yes. Explain that. Oh, everybody talking. Y'all know good and well I can't hear all y'all at the same time. Okay, let me start over here and I'll work my way around.
Yes, sir. You was always in the mind of God. You was always there.
But does that mean I was alive because I was in his mind? I've always been on earth?
No, not on earth, but in spiritually, you've always been in place just like God has always been.
So I'm eternal?
Spiritually, I would say yes.
Okay.
That was his plan.
What was his plan?
For us to be eternal before the fall. We was supposed to live forever.
If I'm eternal as a spirit, then the fall can't touch my spirit. Right?
But he did tell Jeremiah before.
Watch quoting scriptures now. He told him what?
Before you was born, I knew you. That means before he was even formed in the womb, God knew who he was.
But does that mean he was in his mind? So you got to know what the word "knew" means. What does that word mean?
That means he knew all facets of who Jeremiah was.
Nope. What does the word "knew"? K-N-E-W. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Say it. I knew him by experience. So it's more than in his mind. Me and God had an experience. Before I was even born. Before the world was even started, me and God had an experience. That's what that means. So you're absolutely right. But I see, when y'all are on the street or talking in your groups and you just throw stuff out there, you got to be able to substantiate what it is you're saying. Right? So that when you start talking, talk slow. Don't just, you trying to get it out and you get it out there and they say, well, what does that mean? You say, let me call my bishop. Nope, you lost. You got to know how to substantiate the things you're saying. Now, what y'all are saying is true, but how do you substantiate it? That's the idea, right? So this whole idea of me coming to earth was to serve at God's pleasure because of the experience we already had. Your life is supposed to bring him pleasure. All things were created by him, and for thy pleasure they are and were created. Everybody got that? All right. So, this church idea, what are you ruling? What are you ruling? What are you ruling? What are you enforcing? Laws of the kingdom? Okay. Where? Well, you don't know your Metron yet. In my own life. Should be you. That's where most of y'all mess up. Because you can't control you. That's where we mess up. You can't control you. He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city broken down and one without walls. That means every demonic force just walk right up on you and do whatever they want to do to you. And there is no law enforcement, spiritual law enforcement, as a part of your makeup whatsoever. When they come, you break down and cry. Now, y'all hear me. Hear me. Man, I'm so tired of holding this. Hear me. All of us have had that elementary walk where the enemy comes, attacks, launches an attack, and we have no defense whatsoever. All of us. That's common to all. But over the years of your life, why 20 years later are you still in diapers? Are y'all following? There's got to be a spiritual progression. And the way you progress is follow the Malak. The Malak doesn't have to tell you how to make every last decision you got to make. If you follow the Spirit teachings, you'll make those decisions on your own by growth. Are y'all following? All right. Any other questions? Anybody?
So, Bishop, with having an understanding of the my lake, and now you clarifying with the spirit and following the spirit. So, is there ever a particular point where you sit us down individually to tell us like what you see that we need to improve, not relating to Spear or Metron, but just us as an individual?
I would love to be able to do that. I would love to be able to do that. But the human psyche is just not built for that. It's just really not built for that. This is what I try to do. Well, first, let me establish this. I'm your Malak.
Yes, sir.
Right? Let me say this. I'm not saying this because it's me, but I'm a gift to your life. Y'all understand that? Like I'm a gift. Man, I wish I wasn't talking about me so I could really say it the way I really want to say it. But I'm a gift to your life, right? So what I try to do is I try to take whatever the Lord said to me And I try to package in this something that will hit every life that's sitting in this room right now. You just got to be able to discern, oh, that's mine. Some people, Toya, I could say, hey, come let me talk to you. There are some people that I could do that with. But I know how the devil works. And it's not long before me telling you about you that the enemy get in your head and now reverse what I said. I've seen it 1,000 times. Matter of fact, Pastor Blackwell, Sister Janet, my wife. Man, our church is 26 years old. I've probably been knowing Pastor B 25 of those 26 years. Oh, Angie can tell you, Elder Gray. The version that y'all getting me today is a far cry from who I was back then. So y'all stand up. Y'all, the three of y'all stand up. You weren't a part of our church then at 6611, the little small place. Man, we used to have crazy church in the small place, right? And it wasn't necessarily this personnel. It was most of this personnel. So they would be singing. Now, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna let you testify. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So now they be off more than I like today. But then I would stop everything. Now, which one of y'all ain't served Jesus right this week? Which one of y'all? Tell me which one of y'all in front of the whole church. If I do that today, that's gonna be a viral clip. Then who he think he is talking to them like that, right? Yes.
With all that being said, I think, I know God knew who to put in front of him during that time. Because as you can see, with all of that, when no grace and mercy whatsoever, we're still here. So he knew who did it.
True. Now,
We needed it.
you right? Right? You talking about rebellion? You looking at it right here, right? So when we say stuff like, when I say stuff like, she said, "Come on, stand up, Natasha Butler. You in this party too." Now listen. These two, I ain't never going back to that church. Who we think he is? Blah, blah, blah. Both of them. Now, I'm giving them prophetic words. They on point. But the human psyche is like, what? Now, of course, because we were connected, they're still here, right? But I'll give you a perfect example. I wish she was here. Imagine me saying to Shonda, reading her up and down. Then what? You would lose. We would lose a church member. You lose a client, right? and everything else. So I try to, man. We way off the rails now. So I try to say stuff. When Holy Spirit, y'all see that, thank you so much. When Holy Spirit brings something to my mind, I try to say it in a way hoping you grab it. I'll give you another example. Y'all have heard me say this in this room. My elders, everybody know who the elders are. The elders know who they are. And I've said, I don't know how how y'all make decisions. Like, y'all making these decisions? Now, all the elders need to start thinking, oh, man, what decisions have I made? That's what's supposed to happen. Does that make sense? Now, if y'all come to me and say, okay, Bishop, I just want you to tell me about me. Okay, cool. Now, I may or may not.
But how do you get it right? I mean, I understand the message, right? And that makes sense because things you do say will resonate with my spirit
Right.
individually. But if you're speaking the words of God, right,
Mhm.
what we just said, then
So here's how you get it right. You listen to the words I'm preaching and teaching, and you follow that. You align your life to what I just said. All of y'all are smart enough now to figure out where the gaps are. You don't need me to identify the gaps for you now.
Yes, sir.
Especially y'all that's been with me some measure of time. And if you've been with me a measure of time, I'm not identifying the gaps for you. If you miss the lessons, you short. Yeah, it's Holy Spirit to make it up for you. Not doing it. Where were you when I was teaching? Oh, I had to run so-and-so. Okay, cool. Ask them what the word is. That's who you was with? Ask them what the word is. But I just don't think. Yeah, I've tried to help people too many times, and they say whatever they say. The enemy get in their mind, get in their heart, and now it's a whole big thing. Yeah, I wish I could. Matter of fact, yeah, I wish I could get all the people in this room with the same issue. Then I could say at one time to all of those people. But it just doesn't work like that. There's some conversations some of y'all need to have with me right now. But you know what the problem is? You don't listen. You don't listen. Walk right out of the office and mind already made up, you're going to do something completely different. We could have sat and watched the game for all that. You didn't even have to cry and confess and do all the other stuff you did. I mean, you already knew what you was going to do when you came and sat down. I don't know who either. I'm the Malake, Negro. That's who I am, the Malake. That's what I'm supposed to do. And y'all hear me. Y'all have heard me say this. Let me say it again for y'all that have not heard me say this. It brings me zero joy to have to call you on the carpet. Zero. Because I'm not sure if you're in the space of maturity to handle what needs to be said. I zero joy. So I'm saying that to say Malake is not something you sign up for. Oh, I'm going to be a Malake. No, you don't. You don't want to run ahead. You don't want things to happen in your life that have no application to your life. But as soon as y'all come along, oh, that's why I went through that. Boom, 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 boom. That's a different place.